Okay, good morning, Professor David De Los Reyes. Okay, I will be having a long video format lecture for tonight and or this morning, and this will now be lesson number 4 on my algebra. So, what do you call this? I am following the order of the sequence of the contents of algebra. So I am now on the topic lesson number 4, and the title for the topic for this morning will be the order of operations. So this is lesson number 4 on my long form video format algebra, lesson number 4. The title is order of operations. Okay, the order of operations. If we are given an equation and it's a complicated thing, something like that, and we are asked to evaluate what will be the result, there are actually sequence of operations in which we will be doing it in the correct order for us to get the correct answer. Because if we try to, what you call this, evaluate the problem and we got the wrong sequence of operation, of course, we will be having a wrong answer. Okay, let's proceed. The sequence of operations are actually could be multiplication, division, addition, subtraction, raising to powers, or taking the rows. But for the meantime, we are only discussing 4 for the meantime. So the sequence of operations, the correct sequence should have a rule. Okay? We cannot precede one operation from the other if that one is not the correct one. Okay, so the order of operation it's by definition it is the sequence of operations in which we are to follow for us to bring out the correct result for that given mathematical expression, and it is being used in mathematics and computer engineering. So nowadays, if you try to read the computer programming, it's all written horizontally. It's all written horizontally. So if you follow the wrong sequence of operations in order to calculate the result, of course your answer will be wrong. Okay, let's bring out the rule for taking the correct sequence of operations, the order of operations. In the United States, US, the rule we are using here, of course I am here in the USA, we use the so-called PEMDAS. But when I took up my engineering in the Philippines, we got the PEMDAS also, but we don't concentrate on that PEMDAS because as soon as we are expert in the so-called simplification, actually we forget PEMDAS. If you know the proper operation now, you don't even have to think PEMDAS. But since we are only studying algebra for tonight or for this morning, I will introduce PEMDAS. Okay, PEMDAS is actually an acronym. P represents parenthesis. This is an A, so this is not plural. If this is I, that will be plural. E will be exponent. M represents the operation multiplication, D represents division, A represents addition, and S represents subtraction. Okay, so there are actually 6, but the concentration is actually the first 2, for the meantime it seems for other problems this is not available. It's only multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. But there are problems which involves parentheses and exponents. That's why I told you on lesson number, what do you call this, lesson number 1, in the so-called fundamental operations, I told you that there are 4 fundamental operations, but there are actually 6. Okay? So under PEMDAS, we brought out 6 already. Parentheses, exponent, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. The proper way on how to evaluate this multiplication and division, okay, it should be from left to right. And for addition and subtraction, it should be from left to right. Okay? In the UK, because actually US and UK are actually like father and son. Okay? There is a role in the US, and I think there's another role in UK, but actually they are the same. It's just like in the so-called UK English and the American English, they're actually different a little bit in the so-called definitions. Okay, even in the way how we talk, it's different from the US and UK. Okay, let's bring out the rule for the sequence order of operations used in the United Kingdom. We call it BIDMAS. I will check the camera. BIDMAS. BIDMAS is a you notice it. This is PEMDAS BIDMAS, right? Okay. In the UK, this B here represents bracket. Actually, bracket is this is parenthesis, right? Parenthesis is like that, right? But bracket is a little bit larger. But they are synonymous because they try to enclose certain quantities. So parenthesis and bracket are actually synonymous. So in the US, we term it parenthesis. In the UK, we term it bracket, but they are synonymous. Their uses are actually the same. Okay? So in the UK, this B here represents bracket. And this O here represents order. An example of order is, this is synonymous to exponent, right? They just changed the term, right? And D represents division, M multiplication, same as that one. A is addition, S is subtraction. The role is also the same. For the simplification of division and multiplication, it should be from left to right. And for the addition and subtraction, it is also from left to right. So the role on how to evaluate a certain mathematical expression with the correct sequence, that's why the order should be correct. The order of operation should be correct for us to give us the correct answer. Because if you are taking your SAT exam and unluckily you use the wrong sequence of operation, of course your answer will be wrong. So if you just remember PEMDAS and BIDMAS, okay, it's an easy thing. But I told you, like us who are more than engineers for a long time already, we don't even think of PEMDAS and BIDMAS just to simplify a certain mathematical equation. Because we know what's the per sequence before we will calculate the others. Okay? Okay, let's try to bring out an example. Example number 1. Evaluate 4 plus the product of 8 times 6 in what will be equal to. This is how they write on the so-called computer programming. They write it horizontally. So, okay. So what will be the value of this one? Okay. I will bring out solution number 1 by using BIDMAS. BIDMAS, the rule used in the UK, United Kingdom. Okay, we'll follow this, right? We will start with letter B. What's letter B under BIDMAS? Bracket. Is there a bracket in the mathematical expression? Nothing, right? So for bracket, there is none. I put here none. How about order? Are there exponents in the given mathematical expression? None. Okay. Is there an operation division? Division. You're dividing two numbers. Okay. None also. We cannot find any division here, right? How about multiplication? Okay. This portion of the mathematical expression represents multiplication. So I put it here under multiplication. Okay, I will take the product of 8 times 6. So this is 8 times 6. And I was able to calculate 8 times 6 is actually 48. So for the operation multiplication, I place 8 times 6 because there is, right? That's why I am now done with the bracket. With the order, I am done with the order. Division, I am done with the order. And the multiplication, there is. It is this one. Right? So I place it here. Under multiplication, it is 8 times 6. So by following this, I am in the correct order. Because the correct order should be by following this. How about addition? Is there an addition? There is. There is a plus sign over here. Right? So under addition, I will place it here. I will copy this one. Then I will copy the plus sign. Then I will put the simplified quantity of this by using the multiplication operation, which is 48. Right? So under the operation addition, I wrote 4 plus the simplified value of this, which emanates from the multiplication operation, which is 48. So 4 plus 48 is actually 52. So this is the answer. The answer is 52. Okay? So by following the BIDMAS here, I am in the correct sequence. I am not violating anything because under BIDMAS it says you simplify first all those terms with the bracket, those with order or exponents. The next one will be division. The next one will be multiplication. The next one will be, it's either addition or subtraction. We didn't even go to the subtraction anymore because there is no subtraction on the given mathematical expression. We just stop at the operation addition. Because after performing the addition, the operation addition, what comes out is now our answer. So there is no more subtraction, right? So BIDMAS, so we only reach up to A, right? No S. Right? This is nothing. So bracket none, order none, division none, multiplication should be 8 times 6, which is 48. And under addition, there is addition, right? So I will copy 4 plus the simplified value of this one using the operation multiplication, which is 48. And the answer will be 52. We can even bring out the answer of this. Because actually, how this operates, actually, it is the operation of the calculator we are using. You just enter this one in sequence, what will come out will be 52. Okay? 4 plus 8 times 6 equals 52. Okay? It was, the calculator was programmed like this. Okay? Okay, let's bring out solution number 2. Solution number 2 is PEMDAS. The U is solution. From the given mathematical expression, is there a parenthesis? None, right? None. How about exponent? None also. Exponent or what you call this, order? None. How about multiplication? There is multiplication. It is 8 times 6. So under multiplication, I place 8 times 6, which is 48. Under division, is there a operation division? None. Right? Right? How about addition? Is there an addition? There is. So I will write 4 plus the simplified value of this one using the operation multiplication, which is number 3 under PEMDAS. So this is plus 48, and the answer should be 52. As simple as that one. We just follow this. So we are in the correct order of operation. We are not violating anything. Okay? Example number 2. Evaluate. These are just simple illustrations, right? The next time around, I will give you a more complicated one. Example number 2. Evaluate the given mathematical expression, the quantity 4 plus 7 close quantity times 5 equal to. This is our mathematical expression. Right? It involves a quantity. There's a quantity, right? So our solution number 1 using BIDMAS, the UK solution. Let's start with the bracket. Bracket or parentheses are the same. Like this, that's parentheses. Or it could be bracket. So under bracket, I will take this portion here. The quantity 4 plus 7. There is an operation addition inside, but the precedence of operation is that all those terms under the quantity, whether we like it or not, try to do something to evaluate it. Okay? So under bracket, we are calculating the value of this. The sum of 4 plus 7 is actually 11. Actually, we add, but the precedence order of operation is actually, we are considering for the meantime the bracket or parentheses. Okay, how about the order? None. No exponent, right? None. Is there a division? None. No division, right? How about multiplication? There is. This one here. This quantity here should be multiplied by 5. So under the operation multiplication, okay, we should be computing a certain value. We now know the value of this from the B operation, from the bracket operation. So that's 11. This is times 5, because the operation is multiplication. And if we try to multiply 11 by 5, the answer is 55. So this is now our final answer. So we start at M. Okay? We start at B, O, D, and M, and that's it. We bring out the answer already. For the addition, this addition was actually performed on the first operation under the quantity. Okay? There's no violation on that one, because in here, we are to perform what will be the operation inside. Okay? So under multiplication, it should be the simplified value of this from the B operation, which is 11 times 5, and that will be 55, the final answer. Okay, using the PEMDAS solution. Is there a parenthesis? There is, right? The 4 plus 7, open quantity, close quantity. It is quantity 4 plus 7, and that will be 11. Is there an exponent? None. Right? We are following PEMDAS. We are now through with P, we are now through with E. Is there a multiplication? There is. The simplified of this quantity multiplied by 5. So under M, it should be 11, which emanates from P under parentheses. This is times 5. This times here refers to the multiplication operation. So 11 times 5 will be 55, and that will be the answer. Okay, that's it, guys. So whether we use the US solution or the UK solution, the result is still the same. So as long as you memorize PEMDAS and BIDMAS and follow it sequentially, you will arrive at the correct answer. That's the order of operations under algebra. So from now on till we die, try to memorize PEMDAS and BIDMAS. Okay, good morning from Los Angeles. This is Professor David J. De Los Reyes.